Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining me for another little live video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a small mindset shift. That's a difficult thing to say. Mindset shift you can make when you are trying to develop a regular practice habit, or perhaps you're trying to develop any kind of habit really. It can apply to anything. But before we begin this little chat, please do give me a thumbs up if you're watching, or a little heart. And if you have any questions or comments, please do pop them in the comments box below. I would love to hear from you, either right now during the live broadcast, or if you are watching on catch up, please do tag me in them and then I can come back to you and answer afterwards. So today we're going to be talking about this mindset shift that I think is really important to have when you're developing a regular practice habit. And I'm going to talk about it in terms of a regular movement practice or a regular dance practice, but of course you can apply it to any kind of habit you want to develop. Perhaps if you want to call your parents regularly, or if you want to go to bed earlier or something along those lines. It can apply to any habit. And one of my favourite books relating to habits is a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I really love this book, and it's got some amazing tips and tricks for developing habits of any kind. So I highly recommend it. It's really easy to read. It's really really easy to apply things to your life right away. So it's a really good book. But one of my favourite things in there is a quotation that he says, "A habit is a lifestyle to be lived, not a finish line to be crossed." And people who've been working with me for a while probably hear me talk about this one all the time, because it's so important to think about these things that you want to achieve in your life, rather than thinking about them as a goal that you want to get to. You want to think about it as becoming part of you, part of the type of person that you are. Because if you think about creating a new habit as a goal, your brain might trick you into thinking, oh, I've achieved the goal, I don't have to do anything more, and it stops you from maintaining it when you've kind of got to where you want to be, but then you don't keep maintaining it. So this is why it can be good to think about these things as your lifestyle. So in the example of developing a regular movement practice, dance practice, you becoming the sort of person that practices regularly, whatever that means to you. Maybe it's a daily practice, maybe it's a few times a week, that kind of thing. And if this is something that's new to you, it's always really good to start small. Perhaps once or twice a week could be your first little milestone. So it is important, while I'm saying we don't want to think about having a finished goal, it is good to have little milestones along the way. So maybe you can think of those as small goals, I suppose, leading towards the bigger picture. So yes, if you have this idea that you want to have a regular practice, and then you can think, well, I'm going to try and do 20 minutes twice a week for the rest of this month. And then once you've managed to do that, then you can develop it, and perhaps it becomes 3 times a week, or perhaps it becomes 25 minutes twice a week, whatever that is. And gradually, in small increments, you can build it up, and perhaps eventually you're going to become that person that has a daily practice, or a practice 6 days a week, for example, if that's what you're looking to achieve. So it can be a little bit daunting, I must admit, when I first read this, sometimes to think about having to do this for the rest of your life can be like, whoa, a bit much really. But then again, thinking about it in terms of your movement practice, thinking about it in terms of your dance practice, you're in this body for the rest of your life. And I don't know about you, but I want my body to be healthy, and then dead a long time in the future. And by having a regular movement practice and a healthy practice, that's going to enable me to do that. So why wouldn't I want to become this person that has a regular movement practice in order to achieve that, so I can carry on dancing well into my old age, for example? So sometimes if it does feel a bit scary, but yes, this is the life I want to live, this is the person I want to be. So that's the mindset shift we have to make. So what are your goals. If you've got goals at the moment, I would love to hear about them. Please do pop a comment in the box below. And I'd be interested to hear about how maybe if they're goals that have got a finite point to them, how can you reframe them so that they become more like milestones and stepping stones into this bigger picture idea of creating a lifestyle for yourself? I'm going to give you an example, another belly dance example. For example, is you might be thinking, oh, I want to improve my shimmy. I want a better shimmy. Well, think about why you want that better shimmy. Often people say, well, I want to be a better dancer, and that is really a long-term achievement, a lifetime achievement. You want to be the best dancer that you want to be for the rest of your life, I guess. I don't know about you, but I still want to be dancing when I'm in my old age, however that may look. So, but for now, you're going to have the goal of improving your shimmy in order to become the better dancer. And you may not be working on your shimmy every month, for example, but it gradually builds to this overall big picture of being the best dancer that you can. Or it might be something even along the lines of health. Maybe you know that when you shimmy, it hurts your low back, so you need to work on improving your shimmy so that you are injury free, and again, so that you're shimmying when you're 80. This can also apply, it doesn't have to even apply to you if you are like a professional or semi-professional dancer and wanting to be super technical, for example. Perhaps you just love dancing and love moving for the love of it. Maybe you don't even perform. Of course, it can have the same, you can apply the same thing to this. You want to be dancing for the rest of your life, perhaps. It makes you feel good. So put on a song. Put on a song, just 5 minutes, dance along to it. And that can be your habit that you're building. Maybe you do that once or twice a week. Maybe it becomes 3 or 4 days a week. Maybe it becomes a daily habit that you do on your lunch break, or perhaps when you get home from work or in the morning. Gradually adding these little things in so that it could contribute to the overall bigger picture. You want to be dancing for the rest of your life. You want to be someone who dances every day because it makes you feel good. So I think that's all I have for you today. I would love to hear if anyone's got any comments. I didn't see any pop up in the box so far, so unless I have any, I'm going to sign off and let you get on with your day. But please do feel free to pop any comments if you're watching this on catch up and tag me in it, and I will come back to you later on. Please do give this post a little thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or give it a little heart if you liked what I've been talking about today. And if you've got any requests for things for me to have a chat to you about, then please do pop them below as well and let me know what you'd like me to talk to you about. I'll be back on Thursday with a little dance along as usual, and I will see you then, or I will see you next week. So take care, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.